and one for the intelligent as fellas get. Listen, let's settle this, be clear. I could fall back 7 years, still it ain't no one ahead of me. Consider it a blessing if you get to stand next to me. 5-star general, OG veteran, cake like.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we're going to talk about beginners and beginner programming. If you're starting to work out, if you're starting to get more involved with taking care of your body, getting stronger, being healthier, etc. There are a lot of emails I get, and I mean a very, very lot of emails from kids aging range 12 legitimately up till, until people in their 50s and 60s. Actually, I think I've had some people that are older anyways. That, contact me and they're like, hey, Jerry, I'm starting my fitness journey. And right off the bat, I'm like, starting my fitness journey. The amount of attention you have to give a beginner is really, it's a lot, because they have a lot of questions. They have a lot of, things they're going to do wrong, etc. And, they'll ask me, can you make a program for me? And I'll explain to them, here's the fees. And they say, well, I don't really have much money. I said, cool. We have the internet nowadays. So there's, all these different places you can find exercise demonstrations. You can find all this information at your fingertips. Go ahead and, start studying on this stuff, on the internet, which back in the day I had to use magazines. I asked the guys at the gym, watch people at the gym doing them, even though you don't want to ask them because you don't want to bother them, you'd watch them doing them, then try to mimic them and stuff, try to find out what they were, buy the books at the bookstore, read, just try to, pull all this knowledge together, and you sort through it. It's a pain in the ass for some people, and some people can just do it. I've had plenty of people say just the videos from YouTube alone have helped them. They can watch the videos and get something out of them, but the newbies and the beginners were really seeming to have a problem. So two things were happening. One of them was they were coming back to me in a month or two saying, Jerry, I still can't figure out, I don't really know what to do. At that point, I'm stuck because my schedule doesn't really allow me to sit there and delve into one person and give them all this time to explain stuff to them. And the other thing that happens is they actually wind up hiring another trainer for, very, cheap amounts. So they may be going for like, one session, they pay, $60, $70 for one session. They go into the gym with this trainer. This trainer walks them through a program, writes everything down, sketches them out some kind of, random diet, gives it to them. And next thing you know, they're like, Jerry, I've been doing this workout for 3 weeks. And I look at it and it's like 40 sets for chest on Monday, 35 sets for back on Tuesday. And I'm like, you're a fucking beginner. You've never even lifted weights before. You've never even been in a gym. And this is what the trainer puts you on. And they put them on like the chicken and broccoli diet and the fucking no carb. And I'm like, holy fuck. They got him doing an hour and a half of cardio a day. This is a beginner who's literally never touched a weight, doesn't have the mind-muscle connection, doesn't have the motor skills to move the weights the way that they need to be moved, let alone get their body to adapt to that type of stress. So now I'm sitting back, I'm like, what can I do? And I've always kind of stepped back and said I don't really like to work with beginners because of the fact they have to show them so much attention. You really have to put a lot into that. And I really shied away for a long time from cookie cutter programs. The whole cookie cutter thing has a very kind of negative condensation, a negative feel to it, negative reputation, because a lot of people, and it didn't really dawn on me until I stopped and thought about it, so a lot of people try to pass off cookie cutter programming as custom-made programming. So what's really wrong with having a cookie cutter program? Stuff that I used back in the day from Big Beyond Belief, all these different types of programs, Mike Menser, they were all cookie cutter stuff. It just basically wrote out what you should do and you followed the program and it worked. But what was the difference? The difference was people weren't trying to scam people by selling them customized programs, but they were cookie cutters. They would just tell you, this is the program, follow it. And then later on, these high-priced trainers started coming out with $500 packages, $1,000 packages, quote-unquote customized plans that were basically the same plan they were giving everybody. And that's where people were starting to get pissed. They were, not getting what they paid for, and that was starting to get a bad reputation. So I said, why don't I go ahead and put something together? It's not going to take me a whole lot of time. I'll test it a little bit. I'll see if it's user-friendly. I'll see if it'll give them the basics. Also teach them how to do these things themselves. Like the books used to do that I used to buy back in the day. What if I gave them something that, they could just follow, but at the same time taught them how to basically take the cookie cutter program and make it fit them, their lifestyle, and more customize it to them based on the fact that, some people are going to be able to do 1 set per exercise in the beginning. Some people will be able to do 3 sets. Some people will be able to count macros, some people won't. Okay, so why don't we teach them how to count the macros. Some people know what types of foods to eat, some people don't. So let's give them a food list. Let's give them all the basics that they need. Don't charge them an arm like $99. That's what it winds up being, $99 for 8 weeks. It's got 2 4-week ramps. Now, when I say ramps, this is based on my methodology, okay? This is still based on my methods, my theories, my way of training. It is a periodization. It is high intensity, quote unquote. It's low volume. I won't say high intensity, it's low volume. And it does cycle through 4 weeks. You follow it for the next 4 weeks. You go through the full 8-week programming. You start at the beginning again. You can go through it and keep flip-flopping those 2 ramps back and forth until you're ready to go on to the intermediate phase. So I kind of stepped back and I said, why don't I do like this? There's enough people out there that they want it. I can charge $99 for it, which is more than fair price for it. They have the program for life that they can just follow the charts if they want to, or they can literally put more into it and say, I really want to learn more about this. It's in there. Here's how to do it. Here's how you learn about how to, count your macros, what foods to eat. You're going to find out all these different things inside this program, how to cycle your cardio through it. It's not like, it's not an advanced program. It's not an advanced program. It's not a customized program. It is a quote-unquote cookie-cutter program that's meant for you to follow, but for you to figure out how to customize yourself with the steps that are in there. So basically, I wanted to teach the newbies and the beginners how to get to the intermediate level on their own. When they get to the intermediate level and they're ready to move on, they should have a lot more knowledge about how to do their own programs, or from there, train with a trainer that can actually take them to the next level, which would be the advanced level training, which, we all go through these phases at different rates, and who knows how long it's going to take each individual. Some people may blow through the program 8 weeks, ready for the intermediate on, immediately when the 8 weeks is over. Some people may finish the 8 weeks and say, I want to go back to the first 4 again, cycle through it again because I'm not really comfortable with moving on yet. Other people will say, look, I only did 2 weeks of the first one and then I fell off, so I need to start over at the beginning again. Like, it gives you the option of basically taking it at your own pace and tells you how to take it at your own pace. So I'm very proud to announce now that we have something to actually help other people that have been stuck trying to figure it out, hiring trainers that are giving them the wrong information for $99, 8-week program. It's on biohackertraining.com right now inside the store. You guys check it out. I mean, I've already sold some of them. I've gotten feedback from them. People like it. It's easy to understand. They're liking the way that it works. I'm super proud of it. It's something that, I literally didn't want to take the step to do because of, I guess, like I said, the negative feedback, cookie cutter. And I'm like, what if you made a cookie cutter that was like a cookie cutter to the 10th power that was actually fucking worked? And that's what I've been doing for like the last couple of months, is trying to figure out how to do that, testing it, making sure it's user-friendly, etc. So check it out. I appreciate you guys' support as always. And again, if you're on the program, give me some feedback. biohackertraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biohackertraining.com is a blog. It's not a cookie cutter program if you can make it fit yourself, and we're out.